Unlimited, or TLU, as Will Cohen says all of a sudden. That's not my idea. That's his idea. Trivia League Unlimited is where we're at. We are venturing deeper into round 2 of our singles tournament. Tonight, we have Cameron Holzmann, who won his first match, and he's playing in against somebody who had a bye in the first round, Bill Cariola. And with me today, my special guest host, my special co-host, Mr. Jordan Pierce Owens, JPO. JPO, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing just well. Looking forward to this banger, as the cool kids say nowadays.
It definitely is shaping up to be a banger. And since it is a banger, let's bring in one of the biggest bangers in the community, Mr. Bill Cariola and his manager.
Some say he's a bang bro.
Oh, no.
He lives a little too far north for that distinction.
I really do. I am nowhere near Miami. You do not want to Google that joke, kids. So
anyhow, Bill,
get in the comments.
It's your first time here in the singles division. We all know that you're a fantastic player, and Joe, a fantastic manager already. How are you guys feeling this evening?
I mean, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm feeling like I don't know how the hell this happened, and now I gotta play Holzmann. I played him once one-on-one. It wasn't pretty. So the goal today is avoid a TKO. That'd be great. So.
And you chose as your strength this evening. You chose 1980 John Carpenter. How you feeling about that? Obviously, it's something I like. How you?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them. So the fog is boring as hell. I don't care what anyone says. I fall asleep to that film. It is boring, but the rest of them, fucking bangers. So it's a good time. Yeah.
Well,
let's see if I can remember all of it.
We'll definitely be talking about that later. We'll drop you guys backstage. We'll bring in your opponent, Cameron Holzmann, and his great nephew, Jack Pinchuk. How you guys doing?
He is actually my second cousin once removed, for those wondering the specifics of our relationship. It's going good. Yeah, just got home from work. I'm in the fun space of my life where I just started a new job, and so my time to watch movies has gone down, and then I made the smart decision to pick a strength that had like 40 movies. But I'm excited. Yeah, my first match went well. Yeah, I've played Bill before. I'm excited to play Bill. Yeah.
Well, last time we saw you did play Caleb Coe. You did very well, and this time you picked Joan Cusack comedies. And you did say it is a gigantic strength. You're 100% right. So, are you feeling confident in it, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's a lot of movies that I love. There's some that I hadn't been totally able to get to, so those don't come up. But the nice thing is, hopefully, picking a bigger category means that they're not as deep cut of questions as co-host 5-pointer was last match, where in a category with only 5 movies, I think it's going to get a lot harder than something as big as this one. So
I can assure you that is exactly the case. But that being said, Jack, anything to add before I drop you back?
No, we all know what kind of a trivia player Cameron is. He's an excellent player. I would be able to tell you firsthand. I think Bill's also just a great player. He's held belts in other leagues before, but I have confidence in Cam. Have a good one, Cam.
Thank you, Mr. Pinchuk. We'll drop you backstage. We'll bring Bill back, guys. And this is how it works. So it's a 3-round match. The first round is going to be our whiteboard speed round. On your board, hopefully you've numbered it 1 through 8. Myself and Mr. Jordan Pierce Owens are going to ask you questions alternating back and forth, 8 different questions in the categories you guys drafted for round 2. So you will hear a question from each of your strengths plus the 6 categories you drafted. 10 seconds between each question. You guys, we're going to get 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the entire match. If you choose to use a repeat or an extension in round 1, you can use one of them, and it'll give you 20 extra seconds. You can also ask for a repeat of a question in that time. Any questions before we get started?
No.
Nope. Okay. Then I will start it. I will ask you your first question. In the category of action adventure, you'll find characters with what name in both Hard Boiled and Kingsman: The Golden Circle?
All right, and your second question, the category of 80s John Carpenter directed. How many people need to die to lift the curse in the fog?
Bill just mentioning he did not stay awake throughout that movie.
It's so boring.
Hopefully he picked that up.
People say it's good and it's not.
Hopefully they say it early.
Yes.
Your third question comes in the category of the 1990s. What actor made his directorial debut with the film Trees Lounge?
Question number 4. In animated, what 2000s animated film features supporting voice work from the actors Jennifer Connelly, Martin Landau, and John C. Reilly? That's where John yells at his kids.
Your fifth question comes in the category of the 1980s. What is the general profession of most of the main characters in Always? I'll accept 2 different answers.
Question number 6. In Joan Cusack comedies, in what film does Joan Cusack play the mother of a teenage boy who realizes he is a werewolf by the end of the movie?
Your 7th question comes in YA coming of age. Who directed The Last Picture Show?
Question number 8. In 2010s, on what movie's soundtrack will you find original songs such as Garbage Truck, We Hate You, Please Die, and I'm So Sad, So Very, Very Sad?
And your opportunity to use an extension is going to run out in 5, 4, 3.
I would like to do that and get a repeat of question 4, please.
You got that. Question number 4 comes in animated. What 2000s animated film features supporting voice work from Jennifer Connelly, Martin Landau, and John C. Reilly? 20 seconds from now.
That's my question, you son of a bitch.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just, just got to keep it flowing, man.
Could have floated, but fine. You floated.
And we are out.
This is going poorly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Bill. Bill, let's go through your answers.
Yeah, so I wrote Lancelot, 5, Steve Buscemi, Shrek fucking 3rd, I don't know. Pilots, Freaks of Nature, Peter Bogdanovich, and I don't know, Breaking Dawn Part 2. I have no idea.
And Cam, your answers.
Okay, so for number 1, you said hard boiled, so I wrote eggs-y. For number 2, I said 6. For number 3, I said Eddie Murphy because I have no idea. Number 4 is 9. 5, Pilots. 6, I assumed that's what Freaks of Nature is about. I didn't watch it yet. 7, Peter Bogdanovich, and 8, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
The end of round 1, I have Cam leading with a score of 6-4. Let's cover these answers. The character that's in both Hard Boiled and Kingsman: The Golden Circle is Tequila. Chow Yun-Fat's character is Tequila, and there's Tequila in Kingsman: The Golden Circle. 6 people need to die in the fog. Steve Buscemi directed Trees Lounge. 9 is the film with Jennifer Connelly, Martin Landau, and John C. Reilly. Pilots or firefighters, I'll accept either one for Always because they're firefighting pilots.
Yeah.
Freaks of Nature, you both got that right. That is that movie. Peter Bogdanovich directed The Last Picture Show, and Scott Pilgrim versus the World has those songs on its soundtrack.
That was much better than I thought I was going to be doing out of round 1.
Keeping it relatively close. 6-4 is a close one. 6-4 is a close match out of round 1. That being said, Cam, you're going to get the honors of choosing whether you want to spin first or second in round number 2. I'll bring in the wheel, and we'll talk about the categories on the wheel. Obviously, both your strengths are on there. So we got John Carpenter directed and Joan Cusack comedies. We also have action adventure, 2010s, YA coming of age, 1980s, animated, 1990s, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice. Would you like to spin first or defer to Bill?
How are you feeling, Cam?
Defer.
Yeah.
I'm really thrown off by the fact that I could not open my can of iced tea and the opening tab broke off, and now I'm sad and thirsty.
That's some horseshit. We need a timeout for this kid. Get a fresh brisk.
I got a pair of scissors. I might just stab it.
Well, we're going to put Jack backstage. We're going to bring Joe in.
I'll shotgun it while Bill's answering.
So, Bill, here is your first spin.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
And it lands on almost your strength, but 2010s. Do you want to take that, or would you like to spin again?
No.
All right, yeah, spin again then.
That's fine. Just
and your second spin, which you have to take.
Which is going to bite me right in the butthole. Watch.
Spinners.
Oh, shit.
Choice. What would you like to take?
Can I see that list?
Oh, sure. We can bring that right back up.
All right.
Give me 1 second. I'll be dropped out of it entirely.
All right, because I'm thinking I didn't get to really go back over a lot of the Carpenter stuff like I wanted to, clearly, because I fucking botched that Fog question. So,
You do have action adventure. John Carpenter directed 1980s, 2010s, YA coming of age, 1980s, Joan Cusack comedies, animated, and the 1990s.
It'd be funny if you just picked 2010s.
oh my God, could you imagine? No.
It'd be pretty funny.
It fucking
Kill
hilarious.
her to
actually.
laugh.
Yeah. You know what? I'll take the 1990s.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
You got this, man.
JPO, do you want to read those, or would you like me to read them?
Once I find them, yeah. Hey, I
Good,
found
man.
them. I can do it if you like.
All right, Joe, we're going to put you backstage, and we're going to have JPO read Bill's questions in the 1990s.
All right, category is the 1990s, and your first question is: prior to regaining her memories, what is Samantha's job in The Long Kiss Goodnight?
Teacher.
That's correct for 2 points.
Correct.
It's a good movie.
That's a great movie. Fucking every Christmas.
Question
Because I'm a
number 4.
sociopath.
Which actor plays the lead role in Idle Hands?
Devin Sauer.
That is correct.
2 more points.
Double points there. Question number 3. In the standoff at the end of Reservoir Dogs, which member of the heist team is the only one to avoid getting shot?
Mr. Pink.
That is correct as well. Double points. Who directed Shallow Grave?
Danny Boyle.
And that is also correct. On a roll. Here, go to question number 5, your final question. Frank Ramsey's submarine in Crimson Tide is named after which U.S. state?
Fuck your mother. God, I can't remember this. Multiple, because there's a lot of
Try to
states.
hook you up. A, Arkansas. B, Arizona. C, Alabama. D, Alaska.
Gave you all the A states, Bill.
That's fucking thank you, because I was thinking Missouri. So I was way off.
It's pronounced
Can I-
Missouri, Bill.
Can I hear those options one more time, actually?
Sure you can.
A, Arkansas. B, Arizona. C, Alabama. D, Alaska.
Arkansas.
That's incorrect. Cameron, a chance for a 1 point steal. Go ahead, read him the options again, JPO.
A, Arkansas. B, Arizona. C, Alabama. D, Alaska.
I'll go with Alabama because Jack's my cousin.
You're gonna get I'll get a point. That is a point. That is a steal.
Yeah, Alabama's
Good
correct.
point.
At the end of that half of the round, I have Bill getting a score up to 12. Cameron sitting at 7. Is that what you have, JPO?
I wasn't keeping score.
Well, that's what it is then. Okay.
Double digits. I retire. There we go. It's great.
We're going to bring that
There we
wheel
go.
back.
All right, I win.
We're going to bring Jack back. Cameron, you ready for your first spin?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you 3 seconds, then I'm going to spin it.
All right.
There you go.
I too.
I found out that if
you
you say
didn't give him the 3.
when you're asked to swear in court, you are immediately found guilty of contempt of court, and then you have to. you go-
Lands on the 1980s. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I feel like I might as well spin again.
This is a good wheel. You can spin.
Yeah.
And we're spinning
Spinning
one
again.
more time. And it lands on action adventure.
The wheel likes Bill more than me, is what I'm learning.
All right, Cam, you got this. Take your time. Use multiple if you have to.
I'll do what I want.
All right, Jack. Thank you for your advice.
I'm your uncle or something. Don't tell me.
Respect your elders, Jack. All right.
Oh shit.
All right, Cameron, you ready for your questions in action adventure?
Because authority.
Am I allowed to say no again?
You can say no again. These questions are
Damn.
coming whether you're ready or not. Ready or not, here's your first question.
Yeah.
What famous game show host plays Killian in The Running Man?
Oh. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice answers are A, Wink Martindale, B, Bob Barker, C, Richard Dawson, or D, Chuck Woolery.
Richard Dawson.
That is correct for a point. Your second question. In Drive, the driver's manager, Shannon, owns what type of business as a front to find work for the driver?
A pizza parlor.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal. Bill.
Can I get a repeat of that question then? Because that's what I thought it was.
Yes, you
Yeah.
got. In Drive, the driver's manager Shannon owns what type of business as a front to find work for the driver?
An auto garage?
That is correct for 2 points.
Oh, I must be thinking of the wrong character then.
Yep. You're thinking Albert Brooks, not Bryan Cranston.
You know what? Can I bring in Jack for a second? Because there's something
You may.
I might want to do. I don't know if this is a thing I can challenge. When John reread the question, he re-emphasized words that could potentially be considered as leading Bill to the answer. Because when repeating it, he emphasized to find work for the driver, which I feel is leading. And I don't know if that's a thing I can challenge, but it feels like it's a thing that's kind of unfair to have happened.
If you want to try that, we definitely can.
Yeah,
'cause
I'll challenge that
this as
on
well.
the repeating of the question, words were emphasized that can lead Bill in a direction away from what he was initially thinking, which is unfair when those words were not emphasized for myself.
After some discussion, we have determined that I did change the inflection of my voice, and that could perhaps have led Bill to the right answer. So we are going to scrap that question entirely. We're going to write a new question, and we're going to go through the remainder of the questions in the category. So pause one more time. Okay, we have got a replacement question, so we're going to start again. This is your second question in action adventure. In John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, where is John when his contract officially goes live?
He is in the middle of getting surgery from a doctor.
That is correct.
I was like, because it's not like a hospital, but he's getting surgery from a dude.
We had doctor's office as the correct answer.
Yeah, fair.
An underground doctor's office, but a doctor's office nonetheless. Your third question. Common, Chris Pratt, and Terrence Stamp all have supporting roles in what 2000s action movie?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice answers are A, Wanted, B, Elektra, C, Smokin' Aces, or D, Street Kings.
Wanted.
That is correct for 1 point.
Forgot Common was in things before.
I forgot Terrence Stamp was in that.
Your fourth question. The finale of Die Hard with a Vengeance takes place in what non-U.S. country?
Canada.
I knew you'd get that.
I was about to say, if you get that one.
Fuck them.
And your final question. In Death Race 2000, the racer whose costume and character mimics an ancient Roman gladiator shares a name with which Roman ruler?
I'll go multiple choice to minimize steals because this feels like a Bill movie 100%.
All right. Your multiple choice answers: A, Caligula, B, Nero, C, Caesar, or D, Augustus.
I'll go Nero.
That is correct for a point. Nero the hero.
Bill, would you have done that for 2?
I would have guessed. I actually haven't seen 2000, so
It just feels like such a you movie.
it totally probably is. So
That being said, Bill has closed the gap slightly. I do have Cam at 14, Bill at 12. So we're going to go on to round number 3.
that's exactly the same. It's still a 2 point.
The gap is exactly how it was.
Oh, never mind. He did not.
Pupsy. So
He closed the gap spiritually between the two gentlemen here. So we're going to go on to round 3. Round 3 is your mastery round. You guys did pick mastery categories prior to the match. You have 3 questions apiece, each for 2, 3, and 5 points. Since JPO asked Bill his questions in round 2, I will ask Bill his questions in round 3. Bill, you ready for your 2-pointer? In 80s, John Carpenter directed.
fuck it, why not? Let's go.
All right, for 2 points. Who plays the Duke in Escape from New York?
Isaac Hayes.
That is correct for 2 points.
Give him a chocolate sweaty ball.
And so you could ask Cameron his 2-pointer and Joe Cusack.
All right. Your 2-pointer. Who plays Diane Court in Say Anything?
I mean, this is completely irrelevant. Because Bill and I have discussed this.
Yeah.
I'll answer it, and I'll be wrong, but I'll answer it. Actually, I think I know. It's I Own Sky.
We will accept that pronunciation.
But now Bill is
because
because Joan Cusack
isn't credited in that movie. Even though she's in it for like 40 minutes, but that is not a credited performance.
Are you officially challenging that then?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We do have to uphold that challenge. She is uncredited in that movie. So Cameron, you will get a replacement question for 2 points, which is in the doc now, JPM.
Alrighty, 2-pointer for Joan Cusack. Who plays old General Zevo in Toys?
Okay. Michael Gambon.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Jack Warden.
Jack Warden.
That being said, I believe they have the equal amount of questions, so I am going to jump back over to Bill for his 3-pointer and John Carpenter directed.
Sure.
Bill, your 3-pointer and John Carpenter directed. In the final shot of Christine, what song plays right after a piece of Christine's grill moves?
Bad to the Bone.
That is correct for 3 points. I won't ask for the artist. I guarantee you know it. All right.
George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
Okay.
All right.
Now you can ask Cameron his 3-pointer.
All right, 3-pointer. Which one of the kids wrote the song "The School of Rock" performs at the Battle of the Bands in School of Rock?
Zach.
That is correct.
That's correct.
Nice.
Zach Attack. Zach. It's
Cute movie. I actually did enjoy that one. So.
All right, Bill. Here's your 5-pointer.
Let's fuck this up.
John Carpenter directed. During the blood testing scene in The Thing, who is the first person from whom we see McCready collect a blood sample? We need the character's name.
Oh, Mother Puss Bucket. Which one was it? I'm going to fuck this up.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Childs.
That is incorrect. The first person he takes blood from is Knowles.
Ah, damn it.
There's a 5-pointer from Klaus, or else I'm screwed.
All right. You could ask Cameron his 5-pointer, and then we'll have to figure out sudden death.
In Raising Helen, the man who gets a test shoot as a potential model for the Lola campaign, Gary, has what specific job?
Fuck, this is another movie that is not eligible in the other place. So I didn't study it. He has what job? What job has a bunch of hot people working in? Firefighter.
That is also incorrect. He is the water delivery man for The Office. All right. That being said, we're in an unprecedented situation, guys. We are tied at 17-17. So let's pull our whiteboards back up. We're going to ask questions that have gone unasked in this round one at a time, starting with the bonus question from the 4th round.
Cool. I you know what? I wasn't TKO'd. I'm happy. So, yeah.
All right. So
I should have said.
Your first question comes in the category of bonus. And it goes thusly. You'll have 15 seconds to answer, and then you can turn your boards around. Who plays the titular character in Lone Wolf McQuade?
You'll be surprised to know this, but I have no idea. So
3, 2,
let's see if I can guess.
1. We'll start with Bill.
Fucking Clint Eastwood. I have no idea.
And Cameron.
Is it Chuck Norris?
And your winner, Cameron Holzmann.
Nice.
Chuck Norris.
Shit.
Thank you for making the overtime easy. That being said, we're going to start our post-match interviews with our unfortunate second-place finisher, Bill. Bill, what a match, man. Like, really, you came in thinking it was just going to be a little, your typical Cameron Holzmann match was just going to come in, smack you around. That didn't happen at all. How you feel?
I mean, wasn't too bad, honestly. I think this was honestly as much as I lost to him the last time. So I'll take a 1-point loss to sudden death. I'm not complaining. Fucking knew I should have watched the thing, but it's fine. I decided they live for a 19th time was the way to go, and I regret 0 of my life decisions. So yes,
exactly.
Joe, anything to add?
Yeah, Bill played a hell of a match. I think just round one isn't really something that I think it's still an adjustment period for us as a faction overall. We're working on it. But round 2 and round 3, he was able to come back and do some damage, and it came down to sudden death and just a movie he didn't see, he hasn't seen. So yeah, it happens. Cameron's an amazing player. So to even be toe to toe with Cameron in a match is amazing.
All right. Well, guys, we'll be seeing you soon. Bill, I'm going to see you around.
Well, yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah.
Bill's going to move from
the
that
other way.
window up to that window.
Yes, I'm getting a promotion to head asshole.
I got fired already. Shit.
No, you're going to the reserves, buddy. You're gonna go back to training. We'll talk to you guys.
I'll be on the bench, coach.
We'll bring in today's winner and his his niece, Jack. Guys, how you feeling today? Cameron, great match, really close and keeping it exciting. The first match we've had in TLU to go to overtime. How you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. Like I said at the beginning, there were Joan Cusack movies that I didn't manage to get to, and then also I've been prepping this more for a different place, and I decided to throw it in here because me and Bill are going to be a team in that other place, and we're using and these are two strikes that we've tossed around as ideas for teams, and so we're like, this is a good idea to like practice and train them, and then certain movies we discovered were not eligible in that other place, and I didn't really think about whether or not to send those things here. And two of the movies that I've been actively avoiding studying are movies that came up in this final round, even though I watched Toys and it's truly one of the worst films I've seen in my life. It's so bad. But no, I feel good. Yeah, round one, I played well. I worked my way through the action adventure in round two. And then round three, kept it as close as I needed to. And then, yeah, that sudden death question, you said the first question, and I thought, well, it's a movie starring Chuck Norris, so Bill's going to hit this because that feels like a Bill thing.
I thought so, too. I thought like Bill was going to just slam dunk that, but he didn't.
But sometimes things happen in a way you don't expect, and yeah, it was a great match from Bill. Yeah.
Jack, anything to add?
No, Cam played a great game today. Bill also keeping pace with Cam, which in and of itself is already a feat. But no, it just came down to a last question, which as soon as you asked it, not knowing what the movie was, just hearing the movie, I'm like, yeah, that's probably something Bill's gonna hit. But no, it was a very good match to watch.
Well, we do know we have played out the other part of your bracket, so we do know who you'll play next, and I think you all know who you'll play next. Any thoughts on the new Caleb Boatman 2.0 with beard?
Well, I also now have beard. So that playing field is evening out. But in terms of playing with him, obviously here in TLU, Caleb Boatman and I are a team. So I'm sure much like I did with Bill, we're gonna figure something out where we get to work on potential strength ideas for this. Maybe we'll break the game by both picking the same strength category and ruining your lives. But we'll see what happens.
I imagine that would be allowed if you guys so chose to do that. With that being said, Jack, I'll give you one last word if you want to say anything about that match.
Yeah, no, that's as soon as the bracket was made, I was really hoping it would come to this because I feel like whoever wins this match is going to win this side of the bracket and go on to face whoever wins the old guard side for the title. I think it's going to be a great match. Boatman and Holzmann are two lights out players. Can't wait.
All right, great.
Except for the part today where I left some of the lights on, but we don't need to talk about that one.
We look forward to seeing that match, and we'll see you guys before you know it. So see you guys soon. JPO, you've been here the entire time. How are you feeling about this match?
No, this is a fun one. Anytime you get to overtime, you know that you have two players that are, given that they're all playing a really strong game here. Caleb able to kind of eke it out in the end. Luckily, he knows his Chuck Norris more than Bill did. So, that's what gets you the W sometimes. But no, that was a fun match.
Will wonders never cease? I don't believe so. But so for that being said, I am John Moore. That is Jordan Pierce Owens. For all of our players, for Bill Cariola and Cameron Holzmann, for Jack Pinchuk and Joe Harrison, our managers, this has been Trivia League Unlimited. Thank you from all the admins, writers, and all the people that help us do this. And as Bill would normally say, hit the button, friend.